Okay, so in this fourth lecture, we will talk about central search intent. You know about already the source context. Basically, it's the unification of how you make money and who you are and what's your brand identity. So here we have the source context, that is visa consultancy. The most important thing that you always try to argument your findings. Re-ask your questions. Is this source context is aligned with the central search intent or aligned with our source context? So always argument your findings. For example, here I ask to you that is the main purpose of this website, or there is something that actually you need to understand, that because even if you provide a source context and even if you are united with your actual central entity, you will get the central search intent. But always try to argument your context. If I would ask to you here, what is the main purpose or what is the main search intent here? Most people tell that taking visa. This is not the major or the main intent here. You will need to check the second lecture one more time, because there you will be see that how these things are actually connected to each other. Taking visa is just the one step. The main purpose of this specific user group, actually it is visiting, learning, knowing, or traveling, living, let's say in or to or for journey. If you are able to create these type of functional words or and these predicates, you will be able to getting your macro context for your entire topical map. Then you will actually shape your entire central search intent around this. As a central entity, the central search intent has must to be appear in all the web pages, in all the content briefs, in all the websites, especially in the top part. A website always should talk about the same thing, and it has to create similar context vectors, which means one of these predicates will be appearing at the top of your content all the time. Maybe in the title tag, maybe in the introductory areas, maybe in a headings, but somewhere in the main content it has to be appear, especially together with an internal link. Because here if you can see, the purpose of the outer section is we did not talk about the visa, while in the core section we only talk about the visa, the monetization part, and the root central entity is here. This central entity is an independent part. It does not concern with the outer section or core section. So after you creating these functional words, these type of predicates, you try to make it short to understand what the main central search intent is. For example, here the no and the go, and this is our central entity, German. If you see the in the core section, we have the part of the central search intent, that is go, while the outer section is the unification of our central entity Germany and the part of our predicates, that is no. And the outer section of the topical map will mainly be linking to our core section for a better and higher historical data, getting more queries and providing the point that we are actually more relevant to this specific entity. Because if you think like entity oriented search engine perspective, for example, this is Germany and this is visa, and these are the small bubbles are the core section deeper. Let's say this is Germany and this is so now these are connected to each other in a bulk or in a single way. And here is our outer section, that is, let's say, religion, politics, and climate. Now these are connected to our specific entity, that is Germany. So if you see here, you will be able to provide the search engine enough level of information about the entity, that is Germany, from the outer section and for all attributes. So if here you provide the enough level of expertise, enough level of accuracy, enough level of unique information and continuous quality increase, search engine will increase your website ranking, your context, and your core section also. All are relevant to the Germany. So all these things here, they are providing overall topical relevance to the Germany. And I think that this will be happening to all the countries. For example, in Europe, or all the countries that inside the Europe, and so on. That's why we call semantic content network. We focus on the entity type, we create a topical map, we integrate it to all other entities, and we connect and associate everything together. In the next lecture, I will give summary of this area and talk about the title tag
or the process version of topical map.